Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday. Saturday, the 18th of April, 2020. And your morning mug. I slept in today, and I'm very proud of myself for doing that. Went out on my morning walk, and I realized that I was spending way too much time rooting around the website of my alma mater, Cedar Crest College, finding all sorts of things I didn't know and references to classmates and professors, and so I got a little distracted. So sorry for the delay. To start things off today, I'd like to give some shout outs to my most recent subscribers on the YouTube channel. Thank you, Paige. Thank you, Lauren Fink. Thank you, Mr. McClure. And of course, a number of you have already subscribed previously, so don't think I do not appreciate you, because I absolutely do. So thank you for that. All right. Some notable birthdays today. 1857, Clarence Darrow, who was an attorney for the defense for the Scopes monkey trial in the 1920s. I wrote a paper about that at Cedar Crest College in Dr. Shaw's history class, one of many courses I took with him. 1963, Conan O'Brien was born. Happy birthday, David Tennant, Doctor Who and Broadchurch fans. Happy birthday, Melissa Joan Hart, for my Clarissa Explains It All kids. All right. This day in history, 1506, the cornerstone of the current St. Peter's Basilica was laid at the Vatican by Pope Julius II. Something I found interesting, 1688, a Germantown Quaker petition was written against slavery. So it's the first written account anti-slavery in the U.S., and again, from Germantown, Pennsylvania. So awesome there. 1775, the famous ride by Paul Revere and William Dawes, The Regulars Are Coming. Not the British are coming, but the Regulars are coming. That was today. They rode from Charlestown to Lexington. So that's early American Revolution. 1861, Robert E. Lee turns down an offer to command Union troops in the Civil War. When it opens back up and you take a day trip to the Washington, D.C. area, I suggest going to Arlington House at Arlington National Cemetery. You can walk through and see some of the different rooms. It actually belonged to Robert E. Lee's wife's family, and she was actually connected to the Washingtons. Well, Mary Custis Lee was the wife. She was connected to Martha Washington. But anyway, they have a desk there that Robert E. Lee sat at when he wrote essentially his resignation letter from the Union Army during the war. Pretty intense, worth seeing. 1906, the great earthquake in San Francisco, destroying about 75% of the city. And another thing I did not know, and I can make the connection to Cedar Crest. 1916, Edith Wharton, the author. I can't tell you how many times I tried to read Ethan Frome and I just couldn't do it. Maybe as a grown-up, I now need to try again. But she was awarded the Chevalier of the Legion of Honor Award, so France's highest honor for her contributions during World War I. She helped refugees, she helped the injured, she was very active. Did not know that about Edith Wharton. So strong female figures, strong female. So I'll talk more about Cedar Crest in a second. 1924, the first crossword puzzle book is released by Simon & Schuster. And 1983, Alice Walker wins the Pulitzer Prize for The Color Purple. I used that in a connection the other day with Oprah Winfrey, talking about the film The Color Purple. So I need some help from you. I'll post this down in the description as well. I'm going to collect these until, I'm thinking Tuesday. We're going to do another round of Mad Libs. So in the comments, you can text me if you have my number. You can email me if you have my email address. You can post on the Instagram or the Twitter. Some of these, all of these, I'm going to take them. And the subject of the Mad Libs, it's called About Me. So it can be things you actually know about me, or it can be totally the random. Celebrity is going to be Tom Hanks. So you know what? It's going to be Tom. We know it's going to be Tom. So fill in these other ones. Send me your thoughts. So again, I'll put it down in the description so you don't have to pause the video. Thank you for that. Yesterday, we had a brain teaser saying if you are in a room that has 3 light switches and a closed door, The switches control 3 light bulbs on the other side of the door. Once you open the door, you can't touch the light switches ever again. How can you definitely tell which switch is connected to which light bulb? So I did get a comment from Ethan, student Ethan. Well done, sir. He's commented twice on these morning mugs, just twice. Both times were with brain teasers. Both times he was right. Watch out for Ethan. So the solution to that is turn on the first 2 switches. Leave them on for about 5 minutes. Once 5 minutes has passed, turn off the second light switch, leaving the first one on. Go through the door. The light that's still on is connected to the first switch. The light that is warm to the touch is the second switch because you had that light bulb on for 5 minutes. And the one that is cold is the third switch. Magic. Good stuff. And again, good job, Ethan. All right, so I am now going to talk a little bit about Cedar Crest College. Cedar Crest College is in Allentown, Pennsylvania. If anybody has been to Dorney Park, it's across the street. Kind of interesting that I grew up in Hershey and I could hear the roller coasters in the summertime, and then I went to Cedar Crest College and could hear the roller coasters when the park was still open. But originally formed 1867 as the Allentown College for Women, it was moved to its current location, Cedar Bluff, and it has just continued to grow. So the undergraduate program, so the traditional admissions, is a women's program. There are certain programs such as nursing that receive some federal funding. So therefore, thanks to Title IX, you cannot discriminate. So males are allowed in certain programs. But so Cedar Crest College, our colors white and yellow. I have my mug. I have my ring. I haven't been wearing it every day during this closure, but that is the ring. You can see there's CCC engraved in onyx on the top. You get your ring junior year. Currently, according to their website, over 40 majors, 9 graduate programs, and plans to continue to grow them. There are about 34 active women's colleges in the United States. Cedar Crest is one of them. Back in the 1960s, there were almost 300. So I actually didn't even want to go visit. My mom's just like, let's go. And I'm just like, okay. I don't get along with girls. Girls drive me nuts. But it ended up being one of probably the best, if not the best decision of my entire life that I made. 92% of first-year students receive some form of financial aid, which is outstanding. And 93% of the class of 2015, 1 year after graduation, were either employed in their field, in graduate school, or were doing, another opportunity that they desired. 93%, which I think is awesome. Average class size, you're still talking 15 students. So that was good for me because I didn't want to be lost in the sea of people. That's what I needed. Cedar Crest College alumni is plural masculine. So if you are an alumnus of a university, that's singular. Alumni, plural. Alumna, feminine. Alumnae, plural. So actually, I learned that in high school. Thank you, Mrs. Etchberger, in Latin class. But so you don't say Cedar Crest College alumni. You say Cedar Crest College alumnae. Very, very important. My only gripe, I'm going to let the music go a little bit. My only gripe, dear Cedar Crest, the sophomore expedition. I wish we had had the sophomore expedition. So this is really cool. Freshman year, early on, it's announced where the sophomore class will go during their spring break. The entire class, there are just a few requirements, but it is completely paid for. The goal of the sophomore expedition is that every single Cedar Crest graduate, traditional grad, has a study abroad experience. So the one group has traveled to Greece, Rio, this past year before the pandemic really took hold. The group got a trip into London. Students are put into groups and do service learning opportunities in their area of interest. So, for example, business majors might go and meet with different businesses or public entities in that particular country. The healthcare related majors are going to go and see public and private hospitals and how they're different in that particular country. And of course, do a little bit of sightseeing as well. So consider this my official audition video, Cedar Crest College. I am willing to serve as a chaperone or bag carrier Whatever you need. Lauren Hetrick, class of 2008. Okay. And the title of this particular episode, we pledge her our best. That is in a line for the alma mater. We pledge her our best. So if you want to go rooting around, there are a lot of graduate programs, and males and females can be a part of SAGE. That's the Adult Learning and Graduate Education Program. Take a look, www.cedarcrest.edu. They don't know that I'm doing this. I'm not getting any more swag or anything. I just absolutely had a wonderful experience, met some of the best friends I will ever have. I truly grew as a human being. And I wouldn't be in the position I am now to do these morning mugs if it weren't for Cedar Crest. So go Falcons. Miss all of you. And they're also putting a ton of updates on there about what they're doing to support during this time, especially efforts with Lehigh Valley Hospital. They are doing online seminars with teachers in the education department to help them with this virtual remote learning. Awesome. So I'm going to wear, I've had this for a very long time. There's paint on it. I have no idea what that is. Doesn't smell bad, but it's not. Well. Oh well. So happy Saturday. I hope you have a relaxing one, and I will see you tomorrow. All right. Bye.